Hey guys, Miles here at Tactical Hyve, joined again by Tosh, one of our subject matter experts, and we're at Strategic Operations once again in their shoot house, and we're going to be working on some low light techniques, and Tosh is going to run me through a force and force scenario with simulations, but before that, we're going to go over a few things.
Okay, so the question is, should we use lights or should we not use lights? Again, it depends, right? It depends on the situation that you're in. If you can't see what's down there and you know you got a threat, obviously you're gonna have to do something. And of course, we all don't run around with NVGs everywhere we go. So you're gonna have to use your light. But the technique that I prefer is using limited light, not overdoing it with the light. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So what I'm gonna show you initially is it's one technique. I'm not saying it's the only technique, okay? If you got a team of badasses behind you, it's a whole different animal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Are you in enemy territory? Okay, so now we're not gonna use lights, okay? We're gonna use our lasers and NVGs. Civilian world, we're gonna have to use our lights. Unless we got night vision on you somewhere? Okay, all right, can you afford it? So I'm gonna show you some techniques. Mind you, this isn't super dark, but this is so we can do the filming and everybody can see what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I want you to do is use your light in a way where you get a good look at where you're going and what the threat area is. Mm-hmm. As soon as you get a good snapshot of that light goes off, and then you move to that location. Okay. Okay? In the dark. Yeah. Okay? So you gotta take that good mental picture of what's going on before you move.
Got it.
So let's try to get some movement, get a pistol out, and you got your training gun, your flashlight. Okay, you always want to start from a place of a little bit security, so you don't want to be hanging out in the hallway, right? Yeah. You know, the old school ways dominate your area. Well, okay, you're also a target. So you want to start from one corner or another. If you've got cover, utilize the cover or the concealment. Go ahead and take a good look down the hallway.
A little quick.
Shine the light long enough for you to get a good idea where you're gonna go. Okay, is there a threat? No, there's no threat. Where am I going next? Okay?
All right. In this particular situation, I mean, all these doors are closed. I can't really see anything. I only see this little area right here.
Right, so maybe that's where you're gonna move next. Move cover to cover. Okay? Okay. You got another corner here, right?
Okay. Let's do it.
So take that, deal with that threat. All right, good, NX, all right. You get the concept. So you got the mechanics of how to do that. That was executed properly. Do you have any questions about why you're doing what you're doing?
Yeah, in terms of, what is your take in terms of why do we just flash that light really quick and don't keep it turned on?
From the aspect of when you have your light on constantly and you're moving from place to place, if there is a threat down there, they're seeing your movement. You're telegraphing your movement. You're still telegraphing when you're only doing short, but it's intermittent, right? It's like, it's not a constant feeding them information, okay? It's like, oh shit, he's getting closer. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's getting clocer.
Instead of the possible threat following that light.
Right, where he can say, okay, he's getting closer, you can track. So that's the theory behind it. Does it work? I think it does. I have no proof on that, but here's the thing. When you have bright light and then it's dark, it fucks up their vision also. Yeah. Okay, so give me your light. Let me see your light. Okay, it's pretty dark in here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you see what your reaction is? Now, if you have a threat down there, so you do a quick boop like that, that's gonna cause a physical reaction because that bright light, now they got the little spots, that is gonna buy you time, again, stacking those points in your favor to be able to react.
Got it.
But if you do this, it's still going to have an effect on them. Oh, shit. But now they have the ability to react to that and look and use their peripheral vision to see where you're at, as opposed to looking directly at the light. You give them time.
Got it.
When you hold your light on somebody like that, okay? They'll find a way, okay? Especially if they're in a dark environment. So that constant contrast between light, dark to their eyes is going to mess with their ability to react to what you're doing.
Makes sense.
And that's where you want to put them. You want to put them on their heels.
That's right.
Okay, so that's the advantage of doing the quick snapshot.
Got it. So in line with the quick snapshots. So I'm going to use this corner. I have a quick question for you. So we approached that corner at the end of the hallway, and I did a quick peek, and did a quick flash here. So the question is, I've heard two schools of thought where they do want to shine the light, quick peek, and then they're back. But do you think there are some scars to doing that? Because imagine we did that and there was somebody in the corner and you would you'd want to take them on. If you see them and it's a bad guy identified as a threat, probably want to take some shots. But do you think there's any issues, or how do you address the sense where people, they're literally, they hop out, they hop back in, where that could kind of build some scars?
Again, it depends, okay? If it's a high-level threat environment, your cover is your best friend, okay, right? So if you know there's a shitbag down there that you got to kill, okay, and this is really wartime thinking, right? I'm going to own him.
Yeah.
If I see him, he's got a gun, I'm going to fill him so full of lead to ensure that he's not going to kill my friends and he's not going to kill me, okay? Civilian world, we got to change your mindset a little bit. If you can identify the threat with a weapon system, it's your decision to make at that. Do you own him or do you back away? Do you want to give him an out? Does he have an out? I'm sorry, I can't give you a definitive answer on it. Both techniques work. Okay, I'm not going to say this technique sucks or that technique sucks. They both have their application, and it is all situational dependent.
Got it.
Okay, so if you got a guy, and they're compliant, you see that, hey, get your hands up, let me see your hands. And he throws his hands up, yeah, okay, stay on him, okay? If it's a guy or somebody down the hallway and they're not compliant to you, maybe you want to take that cover real quick,
Got it.
okay? If you actually see a threat where, hey, he's got a machete, he's got a gun, he's got a baseball bat with nails driven through it or barbed wire wrapped around it, he's a real threat.
Yeah.
Maybe you just go ahead and do what you got to do. If there's no other option, right? It's got to be like your final option.
Yes.
So there's advantages to doing both, okay? If there's if you've already been in a bunch of gunfire and that quick snapshot, maybe what you want to do, or maybe you want to take a longer one. But the big thing is, I want you to take out of this, is don't move down the hallway with your light blaring the whole time.
Okay.
Okay, giving the advantage to them. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a training scar thing here, because all I'm concerned about is you moving down the hallway and using cover. So I don't need you to clear these rooms. If you move into a room because it's cover, I don't need you to clear the room. Okay, that's not the point of this. The point of this is to move tactically with the light. Okay, so yes, in all reality, with these open doors, are you going to clear those? You're going to have to clear those rooms. But we're not working on that right now. What we're doing is essentially doing the movement through the hallway. Okay, what's going to happen is you're going to be tasked to move down this hallway and then engage any threats or not, and get whatever the situation calls for.
Okay.
All right, Miles, on you.
Okay. Hey, who are you? Get out of my house. Who the hell are you?
Index. All right, good job. Pretty simple, right? I mean, we created a no-shoot situation for you, but we wanted to see how you'd react, It's real easy to ID with a flashlight, so good job. All right, let's do the same thing and just see how it plays out this time.
Okay, sure.
All right, Miles, on you.
Hey, who are you?
All right, so let's talk about what just happened. There's some bad things that happened, some good things that happened. But first, what I want to do, I want to get Tyler, our TRP. How did you feel when that light shined in your eyes and then it went off?
I was blinding. I couldn't see a thing.
You couldn't see a thing. You were shooting in the dark. So that gave you the advantage and probably why you didn't get hit. Okay, but he did shoot before you.
Yeah.
All right, so now when you were at the corner, you peeped around the corner and you took fire, you backed behind your corner, and then you got back in the gunfight. Is that what you want to do?
Not necessarily. I know
Okay.
he knows where I am already. And that kind of goes back to what we had talked about, kind of like peeking. And I initially waited a little bit, saw he was turning, didn't see the gun immediately, so I didn't open fire. It could be an argument to say that I could have opened fire then, but there was such a small gap, who knows, he could have
Did you see
shot
a
me.
gun?
I waited. By the time I saw the gun, he was already shooting, but like if I shot a little bit earlier, who knows? It's like now we're splitting hairs here. It's like really split seconds.
So you shot, right? Or you didn't shoot. You saw gunfire. You went behind cover, and then you peeked back out to re-engage. Okay. Now we're talking about a guy who doesn't have an experience with gunfighting. So you remember when we talked about changing levels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you've taken the advantage back by behind cover because he doesn't know where you're at. You know where he's at, but he doesn't know where you're at. Now maybe we change our angle a little bit if we're going to re-engage. Okay, why do we need to re-engage there?
Well, he's already opening fire.
He's already, but you're behind cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so why not try to stack things against it? I'm not saying what you did was wrong, but let's say he was a better shooter. You know what I mean? You would have got shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of the things that occurred in my mind, I know this was just an exercise and we didn't really kind of explain what's going on. Part of me was thinking too, in certain situations, I might not even pop out if I knew there was a bad guy. It just depends on what's going on, what this true scenario is. I may have also even waited. I don't know what the scenario is, or do I have to go after him, or could I actually wait?
You're not under orders. You're not in the military. You're not a cop. You're a normal citizen. You know, trying to defend your home or something to that effect. Once the bullets start flying, why are you going in harm's way? Now, the situation may be you're trying to get to your family. Okay, then we could talk about the different tactics to do that. But once you broke contact, which you got behind, you get lucky, you didn't get hit, you got behind cover, why are you gonna take that chance again?
Yeah, so it just depends on what's going on.
Right, so the situation, so you gotta start getting those juices flowing like, hey, maybe, oh fuck, there's a guy down the hallway shooting at me. Maybe I get the fuck out. Or if I really wanna get this cocksucker, I'm gonna go ahead and set up somewhere else where he's not ready for me, right? Let him turn the corner. Let him make that move. I'm not saying what you did was wrong. What I'm saying is think about what you did. You got out of a gunfight and then you went back into a gunfight. Yeah. Now, are there legal ramifications for that? I don't know.
It's always the answer no one wants to hear. It depends. You hear that a lot. You hear that a lot in law school too. But I did like the exercise, even though it was just really simple, and we put there's not a lot of parameters here, but it just showed some deficiencies also in just techniques and working with that white light, because I don't really work that much. Right. So just even going around, I just kind of felt like not comfortable. So that also just kind of like highlighted the area we need to work on.
I mean, the cool thing about a white light, so I also do this in the hand-to-hand stuff that we do, incorporate lights into your personal defense. Man, you have such an advantage if you can get somebody in the eyes with that white light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get that white light, there is a physical catch-up for that guy. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, what am I doing now?
Exactly what happened to Tyler. Yeah.
Right.
Just got
right?
Flush.
You know what I mean? Okay, and then you got the little spots that are floating around. He's got to deal with that. So using white light is a really, in my opinion, even during the day, is a good option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got some guy that's a threat, and you got your all you got is your flashlight. You know, you can pretty much take a flashlight anywhere in the world. Can't take a knife some places, you know what I mean? But you got your flashlight. That flashlight might buy you that time for you to get that strike in, that elbow, whatever it is. So yeah, white lights are effective not only at night, but in the daytime too.
That was awesome. I liked it. This is my first time doing any kind of, I know it was not a full force and force scenario, but just being able to actually apply it, walk through first time. So it was, it felt weird, awkward, but again, shows deficiencies, things I got to work on, but I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tosh.